97, dude. Crazy.
August 5th. September 5th.
July 4th.
Really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
23rd.
Get out of here.
What's your month?
January.
January. Is all elements here? I don't think so.
I'm
Right?
air.
Maybe.
Air.
What's...
I
I'm
don't know.
fire.
I don't know what I am. What's July?
Wait, you're
Hey, you're a workaholic. That's what it said.
I've seen the
You
show.
mean you're
I've
water.
seen all the episodes.
Oh, really?
yeah, because you're
Cancer.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're water.
What's your sign? Do you really
He's a
know
Virgo.
any sign, Colin?
Voigo.
He's a Virgo.
You're a very
Fuego.
yeah.
Oh, shit, dude.
All the elements?
All the elements
What
are
What
here.
element is Virgo?
Fire, earth,
Stupid.
water,
Air.
air.
Sound like a
Oh my
rock.
god, we're Avatar.
We're all out.
Bro, we're about to make an avatar.
We're about to fire, fire,
And you're wearing red?
Yeah, so you're
Whoa!
Whoa.
I wish I wasn't colorblind.
Whoa. Am I white? Am I white?
What?
Am I white?
Thank you for coming, Shrub.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Super excited to have you.
Y'all.
Super excited to have you. Colin doesn't know anything about you, as per usual.
How to learn.
About to learn, my dude. So let's get into it. So Shrub Head, you're a rapper, right? Local AZ rapper.
I am the one and only. I'm actually an old head. Like me and Jalopy Bungus are actually old heads.
Yeah, man. You guys have been doing it since you guys were like kids together, right? Like,
Yeah, like 8th grade.
dude, that's crazy.
First high school was when I was really getting serious.
High school?
But then again, we were just still kind of fucking around. We were part of an old group called Infamous MCs.
Infamous MCs, yeah.
Look all that shit up. Look at Infamous MCs. You spell MCs EMCEES.
Oh shit! All right,
And
yeah.
you'll
check 'em out.
find just crazy shit.
That's crazy,
Just
man.
old shit.
So you also do like you do battle raps, right? To set you kind of apart, you battle rap, and also you do some video production. Is that right?
I'll like give ideas. I'll pitch a few ideas to some people.
Okay.
They'll go ahead put that visually. Like
Yeah.
I'll sit down with some homies, and we'll talk about I'll sit down with Pete, and the whole Take Your Time video.
Oh, really?
Like we
Dude,
went
cool.
back and forth on that. And
That's a good video.
He's got some other shit in the stash, so watch out for that.
That's exciting. Cool.
And battle rap, I've been a long time fan of, like a diehard fan.
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of addicted to it, yo. So
That's crazy, man. Yeah. It seems like something you can get addicted to.
it was 2018, I think. 2018, I had a battle with Kai Mastermind. Shout out Mastermind.
Shout out Mastermind.
And I'm already a great writer, so. But it's different. Like it's way different. I gotta be in a completely different mind state to battle rap.
Yeah.
To write to think of a punch. It's just crazy because then you gotta think of the swagger. You gotta think how long the crowd is gonna react to a bar. Sometimes the crowd
That's
won't
cool.
react to a bar that you think they'll react to, but they'll react to some shit you weren't expecting. Like
So you have to bounce back from that.
yeah, like you gotta you just gotta prepare. Prep is the worst trait of mine though. Preparing.
How long does it usually take you to prepare for a battle rap?
Maybe like a good 2 months.
That's crazy.
Month and a half.
man.
How do you prepare for like material or just like getting yourself ready to do it?
I write and then I rehearse the verses until I'm sick of them myself.
Do you do a lot of research? Because I know a lot of it is like insults for people you don't really necessarily know, right? So do you do a lot of research like that, or?
I deal with Capo. Capo was easy because
he had a really crazy battle.
He just
guy Capo here.
He just be telling on himself all across the internet. So I had super.
There was a lot of ammo. Yeah.
I had super angles on
That's
him.
funny.
Which I still think is deadly. I got him 2-1. So it really depends. With my last opponent, I'm not gonna say who yet, but with my last opponent, I don't really know too much about him, so I just barred him the fuck out and
Yeah.
I like that.
there's different. I realized if you have good angles, carry yourself correctly, and just be intriguing, you'll get away with the I have scary angles. Like, I really know how to angle the fuck out of
So
somebody.
for Colin, who doesn't know anything about any of that stuff, how would you describe an angle to him? Like, how could you?
My only knowledge of rap battle is I've seen 8 Mile before.
yeah. That's where you're at.
Hey, see,
So
I can't. I don't believe in battling on beats. I can't do that personally. I don't know. Like,
What does that mean?
like
It's all
like the
acapella,
8 Mile,
right?
like 8 Mile, like the whole
Oh yeah, there's
having
like
a flow.
There's music
Like, you
behind
gotta,
it.
yeah, I can't do that. Like, that's acapella without a beat is so much more. You could stretch something. You could have an A rhyme and go A B B B B A and still fucking have it sound
Fits.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it goes. There's angles, punchlines, crowd control, aggression, delivery.
Yeah.
Delivery is a big factor.
Yeah, definitely.
Delivery is really a big factor. I feel like I'm one of the only people with a pen that can just go into a sword fight and just win with the pen. You know,
It's
like,
crazy,
'cause
man.
I'll write, I'll literally fucking write.
Are you doing like notebooks or something, or?
Nah, I can't do notebooks.
How do
I
you-
want to get back. I'm slowly getting back to it. I'm slowly getting back to
Shit.
notebooks. I'm all on my iPhone
Your phone,
and
yeah.
everything, like the notes and everything. But
Mhm.
an angle is like, okay, like, forgive me, yo.
No, you're good,
But
dude.
Capo had like some issues with his ex, right? And
Okay.
then so I did involving like a Drake. He made a song called "On My Drake," and
Okay.
then I just did a whole fucking Drake angle to where I was name dropping like 20 Drake songs while
I remember
poking
that,
fun
yeah.
at the fact that he pissed his girlfriend off and put his relationship on the line. Like, that's like an
Shit,
angle. It's like a personal truth to it.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes
yeah.
Like you
sometimes
got insight
angles
about
win.
the person, so you can use that
Yeah.
little thing to poke them. Or whatever.
Yeah, like
with like
specifically,
cool pop culture references,
like
and shit like that.
specifically them.
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
Like, I got this angle on you. Sometimes
Crazy, man.
you could win a round off of an angle depending on how great it really is.
Mhm.
You know what's
I
funny?
believe that.
Like duality to the
definitely.
word angle is like when I think of the word angle,
Anal.
like
Anal.
like do you play games at all, like video games?
Yeah.
Yeah, like in a shooter, like if you're shooting someone from here, this angle, like literal angle, and they're shooting at you, but nothing's happening. But if you go over here to a different angle, you'll kill them. 'Cause they're not
Yeah.
expecting it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like-
okay, yeah, that's actually...
yeah. That's
like
cool.
Wow, that's
a,
crazy.
Yeah.
a good duality to the word.
I didn't
Honestly,
think of
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I didn't think of
seriously.
that. That's crazy.
That's cool.
Because
Yeah.
when you say
Yeah.
the word angle, that's what I'm thinking of. But it's pretty similar. Like
That's
You're a
low-key
gamer,
a bar.
bro. Yeah, yeah.
That's
Honestly,
low-key a
yeah,
bar.
yeah.
Hey,
That's
shout out to
crazy.
him. He goes right on. About to hear that
That's
bar.
crazy. Yeah, dude. No, that's what I always found interesting about battle rap. I never really got into it besides like what you guys have posted and stuff like that. But it does seem almost like a sport, kind of, because there's a lot of prep.
100%.
I was
Yeah,
gonna ask, is it kind of just like 1v1, like you meet someone and you go or whatever, or is there like a tournament, like an actual
yeah.
sport?
If you run into a rapper at a Dairy Queen, you have to.
It's an unwritten rule.
It's an unwritten rule. You drop all your shit. You're like,
You'll just
Yeah.
know. You'll just know. You find somebody, you run into them, and you're like, we have to battle.
But that's
You
like a
have
more casual one. Is there like a structured, like there's tiers,
There's like
What's that
tournaments.
called?
Yeah,
Like
so
like
what
the tournament group.
right? What he's saying is like you'll find the
Um,
person to battle against, and then it'll be set up either at a show.
There'll be events.
Yeah, there'll be an
There'll be
event,
different battles,
Yeah.
but they won't necessarily be tournaments unless there's an actual
like league or something, right?
Well, they're all leagues. Like there's URL, the Ultimate Rap Battle League.
Okay.
That's like the m.i.a. of battle rap. That's
Crazy.
that's the big. Those are the top dogs.
Is Mastermind doing some URL stuff?
I don't know yet, but I don't doubt.
Yeah,
doubt
honestly,
that he
he's-
might have it
he's
coming
Mastermind,
up.
I've heard that
Like,
name.
He's another rapper who was also in 20 Pounds. Like,
yeah,
back with
Mastermind
these guys.
the bro. Mastermind the bro.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of battle raps. He actually recently did a battle rap with Jalopy as his partner, and it was
like
masterpiece.
2v2?
Yeah, it's 2v2.
Yeah,
That's
they
cool.
do that too.
It was
like,
a
that's-
How does that
masterpiece,
work?
dude.
Is it like, so say team 1 and team 2, like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just two
people, is it
battle
like they go,
rappers.
or is it?
Yeah, it's two
No,
rounds. They
yeah.
split a whole round like as if like it's like a one round.
Yeah, and they
Like
can
one
split it
team
up however
goes?
they want. So if Jalopy would say something, Mastermind can finish the rest of
Yeah.
it. Or
Oh, that's
there's
It's
cool.
really
just how they write. Yeah, bro. It's literally
However you write it.
electric.
Like how
Yeah,
twins
it's
finish each other's
electrifying.
sentences?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, and they did a lot of cool shit where like they would even like act shit out. Like the fucking there was like a ludicrous line where something hit and he was like, "Move, bitch," and he like moved Mastermind out of the way as he was saying, and it
Just
it was
ludicrous
so
do the
perfect.
move, bitch, get out the way.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it
he's
fit
like,
with what he was saying before that.
Peeping out the town like a
Yeah.
lunatic.
Yeah,
He's like, she in the way, shoot the shit, move, bitch,
ludicrous. Yeah.
Like,
Oh, dude, and the crowd is just whoa. Yeah, that's crazy.
That shit is crazy.
There's a lot of shit. Like, sorry, I don't mean. There's a lot of crazy shit where like there would be like shit off the top where. I think
rebuttals. There's
rebuttals. Yeah,
There's rebuttaling. So rebuttaling is like, let's say you spit something, you have a crazy angle about my girl, and like it's at the start of my round. I can do it at the start of my round, at the top of it. I can do it in the middle if I'm really good at it.
Yeah,
but that's like that's on the spot. So I could be like, oh, that one line you had about my girl, right? And just go off of that. And that's like, to me, that's fucking insane. I can't do that. Not yet, but I can't.
Damn, that's crazy. That shit, it's gonna be cool when you can do that.
That's the next level.
That's, to me, that's like, whoa. You know what I mean? Shouts to Jalopy, by the way, man. Like, he helps me push my pen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He was telling us that you guys would like battle rap each other a lot in the early days. Is that right?
Yeah, we would like go off the top though. We would go off the top. Me and Jason originally had a 2-on-2 set up like 20. I can't remember what year, but it was like a couple years ago. We got some shit in the stash. It's actually pretty crazy. But
cool.
Me and Jalopy now, like, if I get like let me get a few more in real quick. Let me like get my knuckles dirty some more, and then I don't know, you might fuck around and see a fucking 2-on-2 with me and him. You never know.
Crazy, man. That'd be cool. That'd be very cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, man, it was crazy. The one when Jalopy did the one with Mastermind, I think Mastermind came out and he was just like, "You guys look like some apartment thugs," because the way they were dressed, and the whole crowd exploded. And me and Amy have been saying that shit since then. Like, we'll see people on the street be like, "Fucking apartment thugs."
He's a Bug's life. I let him talk to slugs like that. Shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. See, like slugs, like bullets and shit. Like,
see, that's battle rap. Like the lyricism is on a different. It's on a different level.
So, it's so magnified. It's really cool.
It's helped me with my punchlines. Yeah. Like, I'm trying to get, like, Lil Wayne good with the punches. I'm trying to just fucking Tyson these bitches, you know
That's
what
crazy,
I mean?
Like, does it help you a lot with your writing, like, for your music? I mean, obviously.
Man. Like, it pushes my pen. I've said the craziest shit. Like, the Salem Witch Trials bar. I made a Salem Witch Trials bar. I'm so proud of myself for that.
That's cool.
No one talks about that. So I was just like, fuck. Like, I'm on a different level. Yeah, now I'm finally just... Man, I'm finally stepping back.
The two and shit?
Yeah, I'm stepping back into it. I'm trying to master the boat to where I can, like, if I do have a battle coming up, I can still, like, write some music. Because that's, it's not impossible to do that.
Yeah.
I could reach that.
Are you okay to talk about that? Do you want to get into that?
And in the music?
Well, no, because you're saying you're getting back into it, and you were telling me earlier that you took like a year off. Like,
yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah, definitely. What was the major reason? Because before you had taken a break, I was following you guys like around the beginning of 20 Pounds splitting up. So I was watching 20 Pounds kind of rise up, and then you guys kind of branch off, and you branched off a little bit in the beginning as well, but then you kind of dropped off. And was everything all right? What was...
It was, I don't know, like 2019.
Like early 2019, right?
That was early 2019. Yeah. 20 Pounds broke up in early 2019.
You guys almost made it to 2020, dude.
What? 2019 was a long-ass year. It was, it was, it was just, I was dealing with grief, a lot of grief. I was also just kind of just wallowing in a lot of my own shit. I moved out of my mom's space. Okay. And, I still have, like, she downsized and shit. I still have, like, a roof sometimes. But, I mentally outgrew just being around my mom. So I was like I need to go.
Eagle out.
Yeah, so I stayed with the homie for some months. Things were going smooth. Lost my job.
Shit, man.
And then, like, lost a great job. And then was just kind of scraping for money and looking for other jobs, going job to job. And just so much real life shit. It just kind of hindered me. I was like, I couldn't push myself in the right way to write it out. Yeah. I wouldn't, because I have so much to say. Like, the shit that I'm writing now is just fluent. It's really just, it's just poetry at this moment. Like,
I bet, dude. I bet. Yeah, because one of the things, like, from 20 Pounds, like, I enjoyed the group because it was a super group. Like really, like
Oh,
everybody in 20
100%.
pounds was so good at what they did, and it was so different in how they did it. But it was all interesting on its own. Like it was so cool to catch 20 pounds for that short minute that I did. But like even after that, I really gravitated towards your music because it seemed really authentic, and it felt really like you would say a lot of shit that was like. I've definitely felt that and been through that, like in the way that he describes it. So, like, I always enjoyed your music because, like, not to say that anybody else didn't feel authentic or anything like that, but yours felt so raw and like strong, and it was so, like, I don't know, it felt it all came from a very, very emotional state. Yeah. I think that was really cool.
Yeah, I was I thought about it because I was struggling with writing. Just snapping, like rapping bars. And eventually I've always been a writer though. Like since the beginning of grade school.
Yeah.
Like I was always writing. I didn't start writing music until about freshman year. But when I write like that, it's just basically just how I think. Sometimes I'll be feeling like I'm crazy. I know we're all kind of crazy.
Yeah, no, of course,
but that's what I want to set myself apart by just saying shit that's not really too controversial. That's not controversial because it's forced, It's just like, oh, that's how I felt. Like, there's plenty of bars I can't think of at the moment that I say, but I'm just like, that's just how I felt. And I don't know where that came from,
That's crazy, man.
My parents weren't really... they were heavy into music, but they weren't like on a creative aspect. They were never like big on English. I don't know where that came from. That was just
might have been like a teacher had a good influence. Like you had a really good teacher at some point.
Because
you said you started writing in grade school. Did you have like a good literary teacher or anything?
No, I actually had a shitty history with teachers, yo. Like,
really?
I hated teachers, dog. Like teachers hated my ass, and ironically, I would be terrible at every subject. Like, not really terrible, but I wouldn't try. But ever since, like, kindergarten or first grade, I always aced English and language arts. I don't know why. And it wasn't until I was a junior and a senior in high school that I finally met a teacher that actually, like, changed my perspective, honestly changed my life. And, ironically, she was a language arts teacher. And she's, like, the realest... Like one of the realest women you will ever meet. Like she's fucking crazy. Like,
damn.
In a good way. Like she's very influential and she's like very spirited and she knows her history. She was right a block away from the LA riots at one point.
Holy shit,
Like
that's crazy.
She's from Crenshaw, so she's like
she's right there.
She knows some shit. So
wow.
That's crazy how that. The first teacher that I really fuck around with towards the end of my high school career happens to be the subject that I most enjoy. I just love the way words sound, the way they click, the way they make me feel. Like, I hear a bar, I literally am like, damn. And I'm trying to be one of like the forefathers to bring the pen back. Shouts out to Rocky Tirade, shouts out to fucking Emmett Dupree, Jabby Bungus, like the fucking there's plenty of other people. Man, there's plenty of other people. My apologies, y'all,
cool.
but
it's exciting.
The pen pushers, you know what I mean? The true like in-depth lyricists. I'm trying to go down as like a grandfather to that shit. You know
that's
what
cool,
I mean?
man.
Like, I really need to bring it back because that's important. I'm gonna be one of those elements too, to where I make bars matter in battle rap. 'Cause sometimes bars don't really matter in battle rap.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just about disrespect or an angle, or even just performance.
Right.
It can really just be about how the dude's like just talking to you. Like, but I'm gonna be, one of the few that could walk into the sword fight with just a pen and leave out with a body.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
What I mean?
Damn. So do you think when you're writing your music and stuff like that, what is generally your process? Are you listening to a lot of other music before you sit down to write, or are you kind of just feeling shit out?
I have such an awkward ass process. I have to pace. I have to walk back and forth. Yeah, I can't sit down and like, like, I don't know. I can't sit down and do that. I can't sit down and write.
That's crazy, man. I would assume that you did.
Nah,
it all seems very calculated, like in a cool way. Like
I feel like it's for me at least. I feel like it's easier to focus when you're walking around.
Yeah,
I remember when I would get really stressed, I'd go for long walks at night You might.
I
relate
walk
to that.
all the time. You know how you see those old people walking everywhere with their hands behind their back? I always used to grow up and be like, the fuck are they doing? But I'm really about to be one of them people.
Yeah, bro. They were writing albums that whole time.
They
Can't wait to get home right now, bro.
that's
the latest bar on Edna.
that's what they about to do.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm about to. Yeah, I just pace, and then I don't have a process. It's weird. I'm just so unorthodox, and it's to me. I've been told that it's just fluent.
Yeah.
It's just like it's really just effortless. I've been a great freestyler before I was a writer.
Mm-hmm.
Like before I was a songwriter, like in terms of formation, I always had the lyrics. Like on paper, it was crazy. But back then, I cannot rap on beat, bro. They say,
really?
Yeah,
Dude, that's crazy.
Go back and listen to some shit, bro. They say that it sounds like I went in there and rapped without the beat. And then they just threw the beat.
Holy shit, dude, that's crazy.
They just threw the beat on my lyrics.
Tossed it in.
And I was like, all right, cool. Like I just left it or whatever. Like I was really bad at song formation back then. And I don't know where the change happened. I just kept at it. It was hard as fuck though. It was hard to get to like a good process, like a really great process as a writer. Because I look at songwriting differently. Like it's kind of like a science project.
Okay.
In a way. So it's like, you know, there's different things that can make it stand out to me. It could be like a certain ad lib that I hear, a certain bar that was said, a certain melody that was said.
Wow, that's cool.
That's like I look at songwriting very like anyone can rap. You know, like not rap, but anyone can rap.
Okay.
But like. Who's making the music? You know, who's making something,
that's a cool way to put it.
You know, and I'm getting better at that finally. I'm just happy that I could rap and have it be a song.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you can't just rap and have it be a song.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah, so it's
like some people just say shit, but you know.
Yeah, it's like I guess can you vibe to it? Like
because the inflection, the way that you say words, and because that's something that you definitely can't just do. Like some people don't know how to pull certain parts out of words.
Yeah.
And some people just naturally are more able to do it. So. Yeah,
I used to. For my last album that I'm about to re-release, by the way, I start next week.
What was the name of the album?
Sorry for What.
Sorry for What.
You can just find it on SoundCloud right now, and by the time this drops, you could probably find it on everything else.
Cool, that's awesome.
Soon, maybe. But with that one, I was really pissed off. I was really just mad. I completely threw away my original idea. Oh. And fun fact, Jason's Two Things for Certain actually inspired my title, Sorry for What. Because I'm on the last song as well, on Two Things for Certain, his mixtape. And that song's called Two Things for Certain. And I literally end the song like, hey, hey. And then I like to, because I was right after Jason in terms of the album dropping process.
Okay.
Like, when...
the 20 pounds schedule?
Yeah. So I was next, I was the last one. So I decided to play kind of like the super villain on Sorry for What, which is why it's so it's kind of grimy. It's not really forced dark, but it's just kind of rough.
Right, yeah.
And it's, I'm kind of like playing the villain, like I feel like I'm playing the villain in some aspect.
Is it like a concept album?
It is, and it is. It is. It kind of breaks off into two because it's a 10-track album from The Theory, which is the intro, to Sorry for What, which is the track 5. That's kind of like the unapologetic part. That's kind of like, oh, I'm fucking your bitch, like fuck you, fuck everybody, like fuck me, like I don't need me.
The flip into the villain.
You know what I mean? Cheer the villain on. And then from like the Wax track 6 to track 10, it's all just like self-reflection. With one
what the fuck, dude?
So it's like
okay,
and you can see it as 2 albums because it's from The Theory to Sorry for What, and then 6 to 10 is the Wax.
Dude, that's crazy.
6 to 10 is the Wax to Sorry for Me. Well, to Grow, but sorry for
grow.
you know what I mean.
That's really cool. So what was the original concept? Was it all?
I was just pissed off. I wanted to diss certain rappers. I was mad. I was really mad. I was finally to a point to where I was like, I don't care what I do in this booth. It just matters like what I think. Like there's people outside who could hear me when I rap or whatever, but I was like, they don't matter. Like no disrespect to them, but when I'm in the booth, like literally fuck everybody. Like
you're trying to make music to please yourself.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I'm pissed off, and I ended it on Grow. I was gonna end it on Sorry for Me, but then I was like, nah, I kind of want to give the listeners like hope. So with Grow Part 2, it's just kind of like it stems off to what my wonderful woman Siren says when she was like, "This is life."
Also does music, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So when she was like, "This is life," and then I start off with Grow Part 2, like, "This is life," so they say, regardless of the trife, I know we'll still find a way. The whole point's like, I'm not going to change for what I'm becoming because of what other people made me, but I'm also not going to be a dick about it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm going to mature, I'm going to move on, I'm going to learn to just grow. And it's like Part 2 is because you figured I learned it from the last time, but I didn't. So, but this next one I'm working on is strictly raps. I'm really about to give everyone like a lot of tracks. I'm about to drop like a lot of tracks on this album just because like I care about numbers, but now that I'm on every platform, I don't really care so much as just stressing about them. Like being on SoundCloud only, I'd always like
get your numbers up.
I had to get the central traffic there, but now I'm gonna drop everything on everything, and by the time this next album drops, it's gonna be in the spots where I'm like gonna be able to do it successfully.
Crazy, man.
I'm gonna get mines, like I'm gonna come back.
That's cool.
I'm gonna come back.
That's crazy. That's exciting, man.
For real.
So how do you usually go about the way that you like release and market your albums? Do you have kind of a plan that you set forth, or are you kind of just like
I usually do like a fucking. It's kind of stupid sometimes, but it's like kind of risky as well. I kind of just do like a week ahead thing. Like I'll drop a few songs. I'll keep relevant somehow to build it up. Like I might post more. I might throw up a random freestyle.
Yeah. To kind of hype up the release.
Yeah, I might be on like more features. But I'll usually just do like a week thing. Like a week ahead, I'll be like, you drop the cover art.
Yeah.
Like this is coming next week. Just so I can get like.
That's cool. Some buzz.
Everybody in there real quick.
Yeah.
Like I always want to kind of bring it. Like a punch in the face, like, oh, I wasn't expecting this shit. Yeah. Like, I was gonna re-release Sorry for What on Christmas, but then I was like, I don't feel like doing that. It's Christmas. Like, I need to prepare myself for 2020. So I was like, next week, y'all are getting an album. Shrubhead is coming back. I'm out the fucking cave.
Damn, next week, dude. That's crazy. That's
fun. I just had to step back from the world. I had to really reflect on my energy, yo. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I've been humbled. Not like a whole like oh, thank you so much, I don't deserve it. No, like a whole like
you know where you stand for yourself.
And like wow, I thought I realized this before, but turns out I did it. I was a head ass. I was a head ass, but now I'm like, I'm looking at things from a fresh perspective. I don't want to like I posted something on Instagram, and it's just followed by my words like. I'm not going to continue carrying a, false image of myself or feeling deserving of things that I ain't worked the hardest for. So I'm going to get in my bag because I know I can do it. I just got to realize that no trauma and no pain can compromise any desires of anybody's. Like, no matter what. Like, no matter what. Because I sat back and I let a lot of shit pass by. I was going through some shit myself, and I was just like, nah, I have to focus on my energy, like everything that I'm extruding. Like I don't want to be like this to my peers. I don't want to be like this to my family, to my woman, to not even myself. So I had to.
That's good, man.
I had to step back and I had to simp really hard. I had to simp really hard, but I feel like I finally stepped into myself, what I'm supposed to become.
That's good, man. Damn, that's crazy.
2020, I'm finally back. I'll be damned if I go 2 years ghost. Like I'm not gonna do that. So And I just figured it's the time, bro. Like, shit is going down. You know what I mean? Like,
there's a lot of crazy shit going on.
There's some shit going on.
Yeah.
Why the fuck am I just gonna sit here and just be like,
Sit back with sit on your hands and shit.
Like, nah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go do my thing. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna just release music. I'm just gonna do shit, bro.
That's good, dude. Damn, I'm excited. Yeah. It's gonna be good. Fuck. So, have you planned out a lot of shows for the next release, or does that come like down the line?
I mean, I got one coming up. I got two coming up. I got a private event, and then
oh shit.
And then I got one coming up February 28th.
Cool. Okay.
Shouts out to my homie Appetite. He somehow got it. I don't know what he's doing again, but
crazy.
I'm on a show February 28th. Y'all will see promo.
Cool.
I think I'm hosting a homie show later on this year.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. We'll see. But I'm going to line up some more shit, But I already got 2 events in the works. Got my album that I'm going to drop.
Huh.
I'm going to shoot for a music video,
Crazy, man.
I'm going to just give y'all content,
Yeah.
I'm going to just step out of my comfort zone.
Do you think, is there how do you say, like, when now that you're writing and the stuff that you're releasing, is there any obligation to fans that you put into perspective? Like, do you worry about that at all? Or are you kind of just, like, trying to write music to write music?
Like what the fans would think?
Yeah, and I guess to, like, I don't know how to ask the question. I'm thinking. Just fucking no. But like, so when you this
kind of like, do you always write from one angle, or do you ever switch up your angles, basically?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
How do you write?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll just write. Just
like you don't.
It honestly goes to how the beat's feeling, or
oh, really?
Majority of the time, just how I'm feeling.
Are you getting your beats like from a lot of different producers, or are you working with like one closely or anything like that?
I'll always work with Skateson. Shouts out to Skateson. I'm always working with Skateson.
He was also on 20 Pounds as well. Yeah.
I got a classic track with Nick. Shouts out to Knowledge Nick.
Yeah.
I'm working with Appetite. Shouts out to Appetite. Shouts out to Knowledge in My Death. That's his Instagram, Twitter handle.
Okay.
Twitter handle.
Yeah,
I don't know. Eyes Wide Shut, I think, is produced.
Oh, crazy!
Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say he was with Eric Classic, but you weren't here for that interview.
Eyes Wide Shut, Appetite, Skateson, Justice. Shouts out to Justice, and I'm missing some important people, yo. But
we'll put them in the description.
We'll put y'all in the description. Don't worry about it.
So are you from here, Arizona?
I am, born and raised.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Damn, crazy.
What area? What city?
It's mainly I was in the central part, and then I would just move around.
Like Central Phoenix?
Yeah. That's where I was born.
Okay, crazy. Is that where you met Jason?
Nah, I met Jason on the north side at Deer Valley Middle School in 8th grade.
Deer Valley? Wow.
Yeah. Did he tell you how we met?
Did you trip him?
Nah, he tripped. Yeah. What he would do is that he would put his hood over his head, and he would just sit like this.
Classic high school.
And then he never said nothing, and then one day we were taking tests, we were doing some shit. And I went to sharpen my pencil, and I came back, and I walked past him, and he put his leg out and tripped my ass, bro. Like, I never said nothing to him.
Yeah.
And I looked at him shook. I was like, what the fuck? And then he was like, the fuck you gonna do about it? And then he's like, nah, I'm just kidding, bro. My name's Jason.
Dude, that's hilarious.
And then just from then on, I've just been tight.
What a bit.
I know, honestly.
Like, that's a true story. That's
wow.
No lying.
That's crazy, man.
And
I gotta start meeting people like that.
That's my bro ever since.
That's cool. Wow, dude, crazy.
And now do you guys trip each other just to keep the joke alive?
Yeah, we trip. I'll be tripping him sometimes.
That's hilarious, dude. So you guys started with the pen, and then you grew with the pen together. You're sharpening your pen.
Sharpen a pen.
Don't you love when you sharpen your pen, dude?
Sharpening my pen.
That's cool, man. Damn.
So you said you write now a lot in your phone, like on the notes app. Do you ever just write down like a topic that you think of, or like a one-liner that you could build off of later?
I was doing that, and then I stopped for some reason. I don't know why. But I was doing that because I think of nothing but one-liners.
Oh, really?
I'll actually create my best songs walking down the street.
Damn.
Like, the majority of the time, I'm walking down the street.
I'm fucking walking up, dude.
I'm like walking to the studio while I'm finishing it, actually.
Wow.
So the song's not done. Like
Yeah.
I need to just step
You get
up.
the pressure and the exercise at the same time, like
It's like-
colliding.
Like it all just happens. If I realize I just overthink shit, yo. I just
Dude,
really be overthinking.
So you've been doing music for a long time, right? So what is generally your fan or like the public reaction to your music?
I have a lot of people saying I'm like the greatest.
Do you get like
That's no like, you know. I feel like everyone should feel like they're the greatest. By the way, that's the whole point of Sorry for What.
okay,
Is
yeah,
when people hear my shit or recite my lyrics at my shows or whatever, they take that in as well. As because I'm always saying I.
okay, yeah,
You know, shouts out to Kendrick. He gave me that idea when he released I as
Yeah,
a single
true,
because
true.
it's like you be like I love myself. Eventually, you're gonna start believing it. So
that's cool.
the whole
Damn,
point.
crazy.
The whole point of Sorry for What is hearing me, taking it in, and then believing it for yourself. So I actually have people.
Wow.
I get a lot of credit for my pen though, like in which I think, you know, I have days, yo, where I just be, you know, I wasn't gonna say something pause worthy, bro. I'm gonna hold back on that. Hold on, I was gonna say something.
Okay.
I was gonna say something.
Pause-worthy for
Pause-worthy.
people who don't know is like a. Oh my god, what was our equivalent to it? Like instead of saying gay for something, you say pause.
Yeah, like pause.
Yeah.
Like I can't. Hold on, but.
Like if you were to say, "Oh man, this is really big that I'm gripping," you know. Okay, pause. Yeah.
So there be some days where I'm just basically some days when I'm really listening to my shit and I'm like, damn, bro, I'm fucking crazy. Like,
What was the pause?
Like-
What was the pause?
because I was about to say.
Sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, "Damn, I do me."
I was like, man, I really be, you know. No,
Go for it, bro. No, I'm just
The
kidding.
battle rap is gonna have an end.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah, your opponents, they're like, "Remember that?"
You was in that podcast saying,
That's funny. I've never
That's
heard
crazy.
pause. I like that.
I've only heard
never
it from them,
that.
dude.
bro, that shit is a disease.
Where did
in
you
my
guys
circle.
get? Where did that come from? Yeah, because I've only heard it in your
I've never
circle.
I don't know.
Rather-
My circle, that's a fucking sickness, yo. Cause like, the more you keep saying it to somebody, you'll realize how many things are like pause worthy, bro. Like, there's
like
just
funny.
some shit that
Yeah,
is said
it's good.
that you could just put to like other intentions, and you're just like, damn, that was kind of like
That was a pause.
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 Like,
funny.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's really funny.
like, I remember. No,
I was like, when I first heard you guys saying that shit, I was like, "Oh, these kids are all gamers, huh?" It's so old of me. I was like, "Yeah."
Bro, I have the most colorful group of people around me, yo. Like,
Honestly,
my circle,
yeah, dude,
my
yeah.
circle is different.
You guys got a lot of different personalities in your group. It's really cool.
It's so different, yo. Like, damn, yo.
That's good,
the whole,
Yeah.
the whole pod shit, bro, really like affected me, dog. Like, I cannot go. There's
Can't come
something.
back from the
I be
past.
at a job interview sometimes, yo.
Like,
like,
you talking to your
they'll
interview guy?
They'll say something, and in my head, I'm like you didn't have to say, like, they didn't have to say it. Like, you didn't have to say it that way. That's the thing that gets me. Like, there's
Wow,
plenty of
that's
other
funny.
ways you can say some shit. Like, you don't have to say it that way.
Damn, that's cool. I mean, you know what? That's funny though, because you guys, a lot of people in your group, from what I've seen, have all been like artists, and so you guys are kind of just playing with words all the time. That's crazy.
Wow, I didn't even put that together. That is crazy.
Yeah, literally, I'm just thinking about it now. I'm like, damn, you guys are just always playing with words. Like,
Damn,
that's cool.
I'm learning quite a bit from this podcast.
Self-reflection and sorry for what coming next week. And
Sorry for what coming next week, yo.
that's crazy, man. So what's it like having an artist as in your relationship? Is that weird?
It's shouts out to Samantha Denis, by the way. Samantha Lisette Denis. I think that's what she's gonna go by.
Oh, is she changing her name?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
was like,
know.
do you have another girlfriend?
I don't know. I didn't know if I was supposed to drop the ball on that.
I think it's her Instagram name.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So also known as Siren. I actually let me think. So I met her at this event called Phoenix Land.
Phoenix Land.
Phoenix Land.
Okay.
And it was me, Jason, Kaylee Morg. Shouts out to Kaylee Morg. Pariah Pete was there.
Crazy.
And I've seen her and the people she was running with around before, but I didn't really put two and two together. Like,
Okay.
she was kind of like a face that I saw, and I was like, oh yeah, I've seen her before.
Okay.
But it was at Phoenix Land for some reason. I knew she was an artist, but it's at Phoenix Land for some reason. And, like, she just caught my fucking eye. I was like,
Nice pigtails.
bruh. I was like, that woman
Did you
is
go?
fine.
Damn.
So
Did you go up to her, or did you guys?
I mean, we didn't talk like that. We became friends first. Like, we were good friends first.
Okay.
But, I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, so I thought about it though before. I was like, damn, if I ever do get into a relationship with an artist woman, like, am I ever gonna feel insecure? Like, I don't know if that's like a weird question to ask.
No,
that's a real one.
Definitely. Because because when you're an artist, there's kind of just inherent competition. So
yes, that
I can only see that coming into a relationship.
It's that, and then it's just like, it's just like she's a woman. Shout out to the women. You know what I mean? They always doing their thing. So it's like. So I'm just like, at first I thought I was like, oh no, I don't trip. She only inspires me. And like, I only inspire her. Like, I always get on her ass to go to the studio and record.
Cool. Wow.
I always like wonder, did she write a new song? Like, show
That's
me something.
funny. Instead of like, hey babe, did you take the trash out? Babe, how's that song?
Yeah, like if I write a bar, I'll be like, babe, I said this. Like,
cool.
That's like crazy. Shit. Like, it doesn't make me. It just pushes me. I'm just like, because I want to tour with this woman,
That's awesome, man.
And we have a deal. Like, if we ever go on tour, like individually or whatever, before one of us or whatever, then we're gonna go on the road with each other real quick. So,
cool. That's awesome.
It's just inspiration, yo. It's really just inspiration, and it's connections, and it's like she's showing me the dance world because she also kind of dances too, like
cool,
like choreography or some shit.
Like Jabberwocky stuff.
Like the certain,
old?
the certain type of shit. So she can move. So she introduced me to people on that side. Introduced me to a whole nother world in dance.
That's cool, man.
And it's like
all positives.
It's definitely inspiring. It's honestly inspiring to me, at least. Like and it's cool to see her get credit for what she does best. That makes me feel good.
That's cool.
That makes me feel good.
Crazy.
So
what kind of music does she make?
She does R&B, soul. She'll do like soul. She'll do it. She can kind of do the acoustic a little bit.
Okay.
She does poetry. She can rap.
Cool.
She can rap too. Like she can.
Damn.
I did a thing. I kind of want to agree to it though. I asked her like, I kind of want to do this thing to where one day in the future, when I get really good at it, I'm gonna make a whole R&B album with no bars, and then she's just gonna like do the opposite. She'll just do all bars.
All rap. That's crazy. Cool.
Like we'll just have a whole fucking thing of that. Like I think that'd be fire.
Like a swap album.
And I'm just trying to be that couple, yo. To be honest, like not even to the world, but just to myself. Like
that's
I want
nice,
to be
man.
like, yeah, man, we the shit.
That's cool.
Like, yeah, definitely inspiring. Shouts out her.
Shouts out Siren.
Shouts out Siren.
Yeah, shit. Damn. Would you ever change your name?
Never.
Never?
Because I suck at names. I was going by JD.
No.
See, pause. I was going by JD for the longest time because of my government name. And then I always was terrible at names, yo. Like, I would grow up freestyling and I had at least like 8 rapper personalities. And the names were stupid as hell. Like, I remember one name was like 2K.
2K?
Yeah, and
like
then
the game?
and then like another name was like Johnny 2 Chains.
Ooh.
Or some shit. It was like a long time ago when I was younger. And I was just freestyling. I wasn't even writing. I was like a 12 or something. But not bullshit.
I like Johnny 2 Chains. That's funny.
But I always sucked at names, but one day I was walking down the street, and I believe Jashawn was at the studio, and I was walking down the street to the studio, and I was like, I looked at a bush, and I didn't say bush or nothing, I just said shrub. Like in my head, I was just like shrub. And I was like, Shrub Head. I was like, Shrub Head.
Dude.
I was like, Shrub Head, and I ran all the way to the studio, and I was like, yo, Jashawn, I was like, I thought of a crazy ass album name, and he was like, what? I was like, Shrub Head, and he was like, yeah, that is fire. And
that's crazy, man.
It went from an album name to my name. I was like, you know what, bro? I'm gonna just keep it as Shrub Head.
Did that album ever release?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have 2 albums actually on SoundCloud. One's SoundCloud exclusive though, because there's a whole lot of copyright shit I want to deal with. So
really?
SoundCloud exclusive, non-profit, but you look it up, Shrubhead.
That's funny.
And it's distinct. It's just like, I always thought about that too. I don't want to just be JD. because you type that in on YouTube, like
Yeah, true.
you never know what you're gonna get.
It's lost in all that.
You
Yeah.
just might get some weird shit. So I did
Maybe.
Shrub Head, and you get a bunch of like sprinklers and shit. But
no,
you'll
not the sprinkler.
you'll see a music video in the mix or some shit.
You should do a music video with sprinklers.
I should.
throw the algorithm out of fucking whack.
I should. I'm gonna
That's
do
funny.
that, by the way.
That's
I'm gonna
crazy,
do that.
man.
Sprinkling music video coming out.
No, just kidding. That's crazy, man. Damn, cool shit. So, are you excited to work with anybody like local for this new album, or how far into the new album are you actually?
I got two songs, 2 to 3 songs recorded.
Okay.
3 to 4 songs recorded,
Shit.
and 3 features.
3 features. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's crazy.
So on the features, I got Godly, the one I released, Favorite Rappers.
Okay.
That's on the album. So I got Godly, and then I got Carcel,
Okay.
which is I got him on some crazy shit, and
Dude, cool.
then I'm trying to get Snotty Man on there.
Dude, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
I'm trying to get Snotty Man on there. There's been so many changes in the whole feature thing. Like I apologize to anyone. Like there's probably still gonna be more people on the shit. I don't know, but it's gonna be like it's really just gonna be music. You know, of course you're gonna get the you get the original Shrubhead, the in-depth shit. But
Cool.
I'm really just focusing on bars and just music. Like I'm not really trying to. There's a concept to it, like a crazy ass concept, but it's not gonna be such a storytelling aspect.
Yeah,
It's
crazy.
just gonna be like, oh, whoa. But it's just gonna be like music.
Does it have a name yet, or?
Not at all. Not
No.
at all.
Oh, that's a good name, dude.
I do
I'm
gotta,
just-
yeah. It's either, oh no, that is the name. Not
Oh,
at
is it
all.
seriously?
Oh,
shit!
What a dude.
Wow, nice.
Fucking
I
guys.
got bit in my own house. I like it.
I was
like it.
I'm working on this album and then like a small little project.
Okay.
I don't have the name for this current big one, but the small little project is Shrubhead Volume 2.
Okay, cool.
So, y'all are getting a Shrubhead Volume 2.
Damn, dude. A lot of fucking Shrubhead music. That's
yeah,
awesome.
That's gonna be like a small, quick little project. Not really anything too much to it because of all the efforts going on this current one. I'm just trying to practice writing, get better at it.
Yeah.
Have you ever written a song and like recorded it and released it, and then like shortly after thought of a better bar or anything like that? And you're like, fuck.
All the time, yo.
Because we used to be in a band together, and I don't know about you for riffs, but there would
Yeah.
be times where I thought of
A
I would
fill
think
or
of something.
Yeah, he's
something
he
better,
actually
like,
plays
fucking
drums.
I'm so anal about fucking about pause. Hold up.
I was good.
I'm
Dude, it is really.
I get it.
I'm
just so anal.
I'm so just
Nitpicky.
nitpicky
There you go.
at songs. Like it will be a certain ad lib sometimes. It will be an ad lib that I'll hear and I'll be like, oh, I could have dragged that out just a little bit longer.
Damn.
And I'm like, fuck.
But
And
you
it'll
hear
kind of
ad-libs
kill.
done.
It'll
Yeah.
kind of kill the experience for me. I'm like, the song's not that good. But then
And
I'll
then when you're
It's a whole
live, you can
song.
do that.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'll come back around to. Yeah, I've actually came around to performing my songs differently. Like
Wow.
I forget what songs I do differently, but
Huh.
I'll drag some shit. I'll add an extra verse.
Dude, I love that. I love it when artists do that because especially when it's good, you're like, oh hell yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, like my lyricism has saved me from a lot of shit. Like my pen has pushed me to, the eyes that I have on me now, the eyes I'm gonna get later,
That's
the
crazy. Man.
anticipation, the me surviving in a battle. Like I need to really just. I need to get back on board, bro.
Let me ask you about that real quick, because so I have been following a lot of local talent and shit like that for a minute. So I'm seeing a lot of where the projection is going, but I can see somebody from the outside, like Colin or something, like you don't see any of that, and it's so weird, like being on the outside and being like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, like there's like this flip. And, like, people are like, oh, going on tour in fucking Australia. You know what I mean? Like, that's so crazy, dude. Like, what is that like being in the middle of that where so many big things are going on and there's, like, you see the horizon, but, like, everybody around you is just treating you like, okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
I honestly...
Like, how is it living in that, Like...
It's crazy because I've met people who are like, yeah, I moved out here like recently for some reason. They'd be like, yeah, I moved out here, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to get into. I'm a producer. People are
Yeah.
some producers. Some people are like instrumentalists. Some people are just writers. And I'm like, bro, there's a whole market out here.
Yeah.
And give it like maybe this year or next year. Or maybe the third, but this year or next year, like, it's about
Definitely
to
under
fucking
5 years.
pop.
Yeah, yeah. It's
I
really
said
crazy.
this like 3 years ago. Like, I said 5. I said give it to like 4 to 5 years. 3 years later, like, shit's about to go down. Like,
Yeah,
Arizona's up fucking next.
It's really crazy. Yeah,
It's up next.
shit. Yeah, it's crazy how at the beginning of it all we are, you know? Like,
It's so. It's weird how you chase.
we as a city. I'm not.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's so weird how you chase a certain thing in your life, whether it be creatively or anything, and just how the world and even God would just bring everything to you to pursue that light. Like, I met people like you doing podcasts, other artists, creatives. My whole Instagram feed is just full of just creatives.
Yeah, and that's what's funny too. Like, I was telling you, I was following some people today, and I kept following people, and I would look at their bio and shit, and fuck, Arizona. Photographer, Arizona. Fucking editor, Arizona.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, there's so many young people doing like really cool shit that's just about to pop off. Like, it's crazy, dude. It's really cool. It's really cool.
And honestly, it gives me hope is because it's like, you really never know who is watching. And to any inspiring artists or people who feel like they're struggling, including myself, of course, like, plays and the views matter and everything, but it really, you know, it's all about the work. Like, can you pull in a crowd? Can you put on a performance? It really takes one eye sometimes. Like, just one person or just a few people. Just it's all about connections, honestly. And I've realized I forgot about that. And I didn't really recently remind myself of that until, you know, recently. So
yeah, to keep yourself working like that.
Yeah, so I'm like, wow, bro, like, it's really not that hard. And especially as far as I've gotten, like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how I did it, because I'm kind of, like, too low-key. Like, I never took the music shit seriously.
Yeah,
not like that, but just,
I get you.
I'd be too lackadaisical.
Yeah.
How about that? I bet a lot of people don't even know.
Big words of 2G one guess at Shrub Head.
So I'd be too lackadaisical with it, and I would just be like, eh. But now I'm like, nah, bro, it's about to get serious. And I want to be a part of that. You know, I mean, I know I am.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, bringing it all back, like, you and the guys from 20 Pounds really were the pivotal point in all this happening, which is really crazy.
Yeah, I can't. It's just, regardless,
they're just kids, dude. Like, when 20 Pounds is going on, like, how old are you guys in 20 Pounds?
I was the oldest, and I was 21.
Dude, yeah, seriously, like, all of a sudden, like, there was just a good rap group. You know, I mean, shouts to Injury Reserve. There was another group locally who really blew up, Injury Reserve. But before Injury Reserve, there was just nothing here at all in hip hop. And then Injury Reserve, and then 20 Pounds, and then 20 Pounds split up, and then fucking people out of nowhere, dude, came out and just, like, crazy rapper here, crazy rapper here, crazy rapper. Like,
yeah,
it was crazy.
Like, people started trying, and that's not a bad thing.
No, it's a good thing.
That's not a bad thing. Like, a lot of these rappers out here make me want to try. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's a healthy competition for sure.
It really is. You know, it's not for the one-dimensional minded people. Like,
that's really cool.
Dog eat dog world.
Yeah, and it's kind of weeding people out. Like, it
is.
seems like you see people who get into it and they maybe don't have the great lyrical content or whatever, or like people are just kind of
heart.
Yeah, like they're just trying to get money out of it or whatever, and like you see those people slowly start to dip out because they can't compete with the people that have heart and like substance and like cool shit going on. It's crazy, man.
Longevity. Longevity is what matters the most.
Yeah,
not about how fast you're gonna get it. And I realized that, like, the whole journey to it, like, I've realized the whole. I'm gonna backtrack real quick. I've realized the whole purpose in anybody's life. If people always get questioned or down, like, what's my purpose in life or whatever. Your whole purpose in life, I truly believe, but I'm not the one powerful enough to say it. But I will give a suggestion. Maybe everybody's purpose in life, or the true purpose in life, is to just go on a journey and make every step count. And I've realized,
it's cool.
I'm only 22. About to be 23 this year.
Yeah, crazy man.
Jay-Z dropped his first album at like 26, 27.
Wow. Damn.
If you look up at a lot of like famous people, the people who got it made today, like they didn't peak until they were much older. But then again, that makes me think maybe that's when we'll all peak, when we're actually much older. You know, like I'm always wondering, like, oh, am I gonna peak now? Am I gonna peak in my 20s?
Right.
Like, but I don't actually believe in a peak. I think it's just like consistent elevation now.
I think it's important to think about peak from the other perspective, you know, because if we're talking about peak, oh, my voice sounded so weird right there.
Like
No.
like a milestone?
No, not even that. Like, if you think about the word peak, like, the way that you're speaking about it now, if you look at it from the fan's perspective, as an artist working hard their entire life, like say Jay-Z, I don't know much about Jay-Z, but like say he was working really hard at becoming a rapper 20 to 26, right?
Mm-hmm.
The fans got to see the peak of him at 26 when there was something worth seeing. You see what I'm saying? Like the fans were able to peek behind the curtain and be like, "Oh, there's something cool right here."
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like that's a cool way to
beautiful.
think about peaking, because that ultimately is what you. That's the best way to peak as an artist, is if you have all this track record and this big long resume of hard work behind you as an artist, and then somebody sees, oh shit, there's something cool here, you know, because then that puts you as an artist in a position to keep continuing to grow, because you're not like you get thrust this fame or whatever and like all this attention, and then you don't know what to do with it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
like I was always thinking, man, like I get famous now, or whatever, but
then what? You know?
It's honestly that the world believes they'll give it to whoever they think is ready for it. Sometimes the majority of the people are not even ready for it.
Well, sometimes, but yeah, sometimes for sure. But I think, like, speaking of longevity and having a legacy, definitely for sure, it's the people who have prepared for it. You know.
Yeah, preparation actually is key. So, and I think that's my whole thing. Like, I damn sure ain't ready for the fucking. I know I'm not easy to pick at like that, but I damn sure ain't ready to see what's behind the actual doors of the industry yet. Like, I gotta,
and that's another thing too. You don't know what's on the other side for sure.
Yeah, and they're fucking evil, yo. Like the music industry is fucking insane, yo. Like sometimes it's not even the artist's fault, yo. Like artists is trying to do their thing, but you know, I took stepping back and everything to really kind of prepare myself. Like, okay, everything's gonna go down. When it goes down, like I gotta be prepared if shit goes south in the music industry. You know, I gotta be sure to take everything on the chin, pause, and fucking take everything, and just like, you know, get knocked down.
If I get from behind,
but get up behind, you know, shit. But get knocked down 10 times, get up 11.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like. I have to, so that's what I was doing. I was really sitting with some ugly thoughts, some ugly insecurities. I was telling myself shit. I was going through a breakup at one point. I was grieving. You know, it was just, I was moving around. I was not stable financially. I was just not confident. Like, low self-esteem. 100%. I was just not confident. I don't know how I got through that fucking Capo battle. I was not feeling it that day, but I still delivered.
A monster as well.
I still delivered because I wasn't gonna let no New Orleans nigga come take my shit. You know what I mean? Fuck that, you know. But
that's funny.
But you know, I'm back on track. I just had to prepare myself mentally for shit that I'm bound to see, whether it's in my control or not.
Definitely.
Because like
that's cool.
You know, the music industry, it don't create crazy people. Like, well, it does actually. The music industry does create crazy people.
Yeah.
You know, people are just who can ride it out. You know, they're just open-minded. I realize everyone's got to be open-minded, man.
Yeah, definitely. Also, as an artist, like I think worrying about when you're ready to peak and stuff like that kind of hurts you in a way, because I think it's different for everyone, really. Like, it's hard to grow when you're comparing yourself to somebody. Actually, you know 100%. What? Fucking Jasam told me this. Jalopy told me this recently. He was like, you can't compare yourself to somebody. If their ceiling is here, you can't compare yourself to your ceiling, because it might be here, but you're aiming for here.
And it's true.
You know, it's very true. It's so fucking true.
And it's a disease sometimes. Not even in this scene, but it's a disease.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it sickens people. Yeah. It brings out nasty things in people. I've seen tweets from certain people. I've seen like artists move weird, yo. I've seen it in the professional industry. Like, it's a sickness, and I always just try to remind myself to never fall to that, because it doesn't matter what the next man is doing, because nobody's doing what I do better than how I'm gonna do it. You know, like nobody's doing what you do better than how you do it. Nobody's doing what you do better than you do it, and you know the same for her back there. So it's like it's you know it's you just gotta be here with yourself 100%, because when you're making music, you're by yourself. You know, that's one thing I couldn't do when I would make songs. I can't sit in the room sometimes. Majority of the time, I couldn't sit in my room and write music, because I already felt like I'm in my room. I'm already far enough from the world. Like, I don't want to get like so far deep into the rabbit hole.
Right. Yeah. Where you just become unintelligible. Like,
so I'll walk outside and I'll be like, I gotta be around like some trees, or I gotta be around some like animals or something. I'm never really too lonely outside, because I realize like trees, well, I've always known this, but trees, you know, they're living, right? But I have a special look on trees. Like trees are kind of adorable. Like I feel
coming from Shrub Head.
I feel protected when I'm around a tree. I just feel like I can just feel it. You know, I'm just like,
cool,
shit, this shit's alive right here.
Yeah.
Like shit's can't probably see me, but this shit knows I'm here. But you know, it's crazy. So
yeah, I think trees grow better if you speak to them and shit like that. Have you ever heard anything like that? Yeah,
there's like some study a long time ago with like different types of music, like around like some kind of
ferns or
plant.
like fucking something growing, and they would grow with like happy upbeat music, and compared to behind the camera, there's somebody who's a little more knowledgeable about tree life. So and she was just like, "You're stupid." But yeah, basically that's the gist. Like trees, like your energy and what's around them affects the way that they grow. So it's only logical that it's the other way around as well.
That makes honestly the most sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I realized a lot of shit is like simple too, but it's not at the same time. I don't know. Yo, this year has been fucking crazy, yo. Shouts out to everyone who made it past 2019 into 2020, honestly. Bro. Like it was a difficult year for a lot of people. I understand that, you know, like, but we're here now, and you know, it gets worse before it gets better. So
true. Very fucking true.
So I'm ready to turn the fuck up.
Awesome, man. I'm excited to hear it. So I think we'll call it there. Thank you, fucking Shrubhead, for coming through. That was good, dude.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah.
I never know how podcasts work.
Podcasts are weird, dude.
I don't know if
we've been doing them for months, and we're still we're right there with you.
Man, shouts out to these folks right here, man. Shouts out to everybody who watched. Shouts out to everybody else. Shouts out to everybody y'all mentioned in this podcast.
Yep.
Pay attention, because I mentioned y'all.
Shrubhead's gonna do a lot of cool shit. I feel it coming for sure.
At your necks. Thanks,
guys. Have a good night. Bye.
Hell yeah.
That was good, man. That was really good.
So I was gonna say that study of plants that I did.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, because I've told you so many
times. We literally
times.
talked about it this morning too, I think.
Yeah. So they took a lot of plants, and then in one group they said a lot of negative stuff to them, like cursing at them, and just negative shit.
So it wasn't music?
No, that was a separate one.
Oh, is that what? Oh, I thought you were talking about separate. But anyways, and then they took the other groups of plants, and they just told them they love them, they're great plants, this and that, and the environment was constant, same water, same light, same everything. But the plants that were getting shit talk were dying, and the plants that were getting all the love, they were growing.
That's crazy.
That's fucking
Real energy, that is. That's crazy.
It really does.
Yeah.
That's why I've been stepping back, because I was just I wasn't even protective of it.
Yeah, dude. And you know what? You're kind of in a public spot right now where you're good and you're around so many other good artists.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, exactly.
I felt bad for you guys because I was like, dude, I don't want these kids to be taken advantage of. Because that's exactly the spot that you guys were in to be vulnerable for.
Yeah. Obviously, when me and him go, because